Hello class 12, CKAMALA'S here to give you some tips of integration for the 12th or some places even for the 11th. Now I am specifically doing those kinds of sums and integration where the denominator is, there's a function of x and there's a function of another function of x in both numerator and denominator. And you know very well in integration, you have integration of sum and difference of terms and for product. You don't have quotient rule as you have for differentiation. So somehow you have to get rid of the denominator, either by factorization or rationalization or substitution. If the denominator is not a monomial, a polynomial in x. Okay. So now we are doing only linear functions where the denominator is of the form ax plus b, right? So f of x and g of x, where in the denominator you have linear functions. Now let's see some very nice ones. Like suppose I give you 4 is a constant by 3x plus 1. So you know linear you can do just as you integrate x to the power of n, as you integrate x to the power of n dx. That is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c the constant. Similarly, I can do a linear function where the power of x should only be 1. So, n dx can also be done the formula method ax plus b to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 and divided by the differentiation of this, which is a, and that should be a constant. Like if you have x square plus 3 to the power of 5, it is not x square plus 3 to the power of 6 by 2x. The function of x should not be coming. So therefore this formula which holds good for x to the power of n also holds good for ax plus b to the power of n, where x should be having degree only 1. So we are talking of only linear function. Yes. So similarly, so this in this case, what is 1 by x integration is log x base e or ln x as we say. Okay. So if you write log x, write base e. If you write ln x, you don't have to write base e. It's understood the base is e. So here we copy it and we write ln of 3x plus 1 or log of 3x, the modulus we write, and the whole thing divided by 3. Not 3x plus 1 divided by 3. Log a by b is not same as log a, the whole thing divided by b. These intricate things, details in logarithms, I can also touch when I teach you, when I do logarithms chapter. So this is the integration of this. Now that is number 1. See the number 2 question. 2x plus 4 by x plus 2. So we are only disturbed by the x plus 2, but we are not seeing the whole sum in totality, because this is such a simple sum. If you factorize the numerator, which is twice x plus 2 divided by x plus 2, this gets cancelled. So you're only left with a constant and dx. Okay, so that's simply 2x plus c. Am I right? Third one, see the third one, which is x square minus 9 by 6x minus 18. X square minus 9 by 6x minus 18. Again we are little, you know the problem is of the denominator. Straight away don't write substitution. That's correct. It's not wrong. Okay. But you have to substitute for x also. If you take 6x minus 18 as t, then x in terms of t will become t plus 18 by 6, which you write it here. You will do it. You will get it correct, but it will be a long method. Okay. So what do? First thing, you have to be very careful, cautious. Just read the sum. Okay. Sometimes the sum is not that difficult as you think. Okay. So therefore you take 6 common. You get x minus 3. You're factorizing both. So x minus 3 and x plus 3 dx. So x minus 3 gets cancelled. Am I right? So 1 by 6 constant comes out. So x plus 3 dx, which is very easy. Am I right? Whether I put x plus 3 bracket dx or whether I write x dx plus 3 dx is same. So you don't have to think of a formula with x plus 3 the whole. It is simply 1 by 6 bracket x square by 2 plus 3x and the constant, because this is indefinite integrals. Am I right? So now about third one, right? So third one, reading your minds, children, I make the sums. Reading your minds and how do you think? You always think stereotype. You always frame. The present generation frames the questions on their own. They know this is only the type which is going to come. No, you cannot frame. Mathematics is such a lovely subject. You have to think of all the games possible, and one game can have many ways. So if one way is twisted, the solution becomes different. Okay? So do not formulate, do not make some fixed notions in your mind, please. Right? Keep your mind open. Keep reading the sum correct and carefully. So the last one, if you see, is x square plus 8x plus 16 and x plus 4. Never think, this will not come. This will not come. Oh, this is easy. No, for you it may be easy, but for many it may not be easy. Right? So, and the very intelligent do the very easy sums wrong. So be very careful, right? So here, this is even all I'm doing factorization where you can get rid of the denominator. So here you have like x, this is x plus 4 whole square and divided by x plus 4. So I have to get rid of the denominator first, because I don't have u by v formula, quotient rule for integration. We have quotient rule for differentiation. Am I right? So here, now x plus 4 gets cancelled. So we get x plus 4 dx, which is so easy. Am I right? So that becomes your x square plus 4x plus c. X square by 2 plus 4x plus c. If it doesn't matter, even if this very same sum was like this, if it was x square plus 8x plus 16 divided by x plus 4 whole cube, doesn't matter. How does it matter? Because this becomes x plus 4 whole square divided by x plus 4. Well, let us say it is 5 also. No problem. So, therefore, I am left with 1 by x plus 4 whole cube dx, which I can do similar to as 1 by y cube dy. Okay, 1 by y cube dy. If I take x plus 4 as y, then dx becomes dy. So how do you do 1 by y cube? Y to the power of minus 3, that's y to the power of minus 2 by minus 2. So here you can use formula if it's linear. Just as you do 1 by x to the power of 3, I can also do a linear 1 by ax plus b to the power of 3 will be ax plus b to the power of minus 3 integration of that. And that is ax plus b to the power of minus 2 by minus 2 divided by a. Do not forget the differentiation of ax plus b, and that also has to be a number, right? Not a variable. It should not have the variable in it, only a constant. So here I can directly this x plus 4 to the power of minus 3. 12th standard you should know what is x plus 4 to the power of minus 3 is integration. This minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 by minus 1, and differentiation of this is 1. So coincidentally, if you don't even write the differentiation, that does coincidentally you get right. And that only if I give you like x 1 minus x to the power of 3, here you will get wrong. Because it is 1 minus x to the power of minus 3, which is dx. So this is 1 minus x to the power of minus 2 by minus 2, and by minus 1, here you will get wrong, because differentiation of minus x is minus 1. Am I right? So so if now I have taught you where it gets cancelled, so where you need rationalization, that too you know. Okay, so only linear function I'm dealing with today, right? So here you are, suppose you have dx by square root of 2x plus 3 minus square root of 2x minus 3. You have this, right? So here again you have a denominator, and these are this is a function of x, and it's not a single term. So what do? You have to get rid of denominator. Moreover, it's irrational, so we rationalize it, multiplying with the rationalizing factor of this. That is same thing with a plus sign. So in the numerator and denominator, you multiply with root of 2x plus 3 plus root of 2x minus 3, both in numerator and denominator. So here you get, if I multiply with the rationalizing factor, I get this. and here you get difference of squares, a plus b, a minus b. You get a plus b, a minus b. So therefore dx, do not forget dx, because integration is the reverse process of differentiation. You don't write dx, you get marks cut. If it's a function of t, you write dt. You know that if it's a function of theta, you write d theta. So here you have, this is root of 2x plus 3 plus root of 2x minus 3, and here 2x plus 3 minus of 2x minus 3 becomes 6 and dx. Am I right? So square of this is 2x plus 3 minus of, in bracket, otherwise it becomes 0 if you don't put brackets. So that is 2 minus of 2x minus 3, which becomes plus 6. So it's a constant, and this is again linear, which is to the power of half. You know x to the power of n can be any real number. It's negative, positive, it's an integer or fraction or whatever. The formula holds good for even x to the power of 3 by 2, x to the power of 3, or x to the power of minus half, so on. You know that. Okay, so this one is 1 by 6 out. So 2x plus 3, half plus 1, 3 by 2, by 3 by 2, and differentiation of this is 2 plus brackets 2x minus 3 to the power of 3 by half plus 1. Repeat and differentiation. Do not forget the differentiation of the linear function. So this is the answer. You can take the 3 out. So 1 by 18 times 2x plus 3 to the power of 3 by 2, which you can write as x root x, that is 2x plus 3, root of 2x plus 3, or leave the answer as it is. So this is where you have to rationalize and get rid of the denominator. In the previous one, we factorized and got rid of the denominator. Am I right? And suppose you have like this. Now I give something, I keep on giving sums. So you have this and divided by x plus 2 dx. So there are two ways of doing this. Again I am only dealing by the denominator is a linear function. It is only in the form of ax plus b or ax plus b to the power of n. Right? So if in this you can take x plus 2 as t. Therefore dx becomes dt. Substitute dx as dt, because once you change a function of t, even dx has to be changed to dt. So that is why we differentiate what you have to substitute, and therefore you substitute. Knowing all that, I am not doing introduction of integration, I am doing a part of integration. So you can put x as t minus 2 whole cube, then here t minus 2, and expand, a minus b whole cube, but that children, even t minus, and this becomes your t, so it becomes very long because it expands. So what is the short way, children? You know that, why are you doing the Remainder theorem? When you put x plus 2, how do you know it's a factor of that? If you put x as minus 2 here, if it becomes 0, that means this can be divided by x plus 2. You know that. That is the application of remainder theorem or factor theorem in this particular chapter. So if I have given you this will carry only 2 to 3 marks. So if you're doing 1 page or 1.5 page or 3/4 page, it is not worth it. Because it is, I have told you this, you have to put t minus 2 whole cube here, then here, and expand t minus whole cube and divide each term with t. You can do it. Okay? Still you'll get that 2 or 3 marks. Doesn't mean you do pages and pages, you'll get more marks. So here it is factor method. Right? So you have like x plus 2 is a factor. How do you know factor method? You put x as minus 2. If you do f of minus 2 in this, that is minus 8 and plus 38 and minus 30. You're getting 0. That means x plus 2 is a factor of this. Am I right? So therefore, if you factorize, you get x plus 2 and the remaining factor divided by x plus 2. You'll get, I think, x square plus 3x plus 15 or something. Let's check what you get. So here, right? So you cancel it and integrate it. That means x cube minus 19x minus 30, you divide. In next video, I will show you without long division, how can you find the other factor? Synthetic division and method of inspection. That's especially for 12th. You are not supposed to do long division and get the other factor. But still I am showing you. So this becomes how many x square? So x cube minus 2x square, and that is cancels. That is plus. So 2x square minus 19x. So plus 2x. So that is 2x square minus 4x. Then that is minus 15x minus 30. So minus 15. So minus 15x plus 30. So change this. So the other factor becomes x square plus 2x minus 15. Right? But this long method I will teach you in my next video. I continue it because there is a shorter method of finding the remaining factors by synthetic division or method of inspection. Especially for 11th and 12th, you cannot sit and divide and find it. Okay, so therefore I get this, and now you can integrate this, x cubed by 3 plus x squared minus 15x plus c. Right? Now what about the other ones which you have like this? Suppose I give you like 3x plus 1 divided by 2x plus 5 dx. Right? So there are many ways of doing it. Remember, whenever you have a function of x divided by a function of x, you will see all formulas are when the numerator's power degree is less than the denominator's power. So here, if the power of if the degree of denominator and numerator is same, or if the degree of the numerator is greater than or same as the degree of denominator, you have to do long division. So that will become, you will get x and function of x and a number, ax plus b form or whatever, plus the remainder by the divisor. Okay, here the degree is same, so to divide. If it's x square x cube, degree is greater than, degree means the highest degree of an expression, the highest power of the variable in that. So degree of this is 1, degree of this is 1. So if the numerators, the degree of the numerator is same or greater than degree of denominator, you have to do long division. So that means we divide like this. You can take out this 3 out, there's no problem. You can do long division and get the answer. But what I would suggest is, the easy method is, separate the two, the short method, 3x and 2x plus, this is to avoid division, and 1 by 2x plus 5 dx. Remove the 3, because so I get the same coefficient. Add 2 here, divide by 2. Without division I am doing it. Okay. So, because when you divide this by this, you have to multiply 2x with what to get 3x? Yes or no? So that has to be 3 by 2. So to get fractions. So that is why I am separating it. I will tell you two methods. Without division. You have to do long division. Okay. Or you do avoid division. Separate the x part and the number part. And then take out the 3 because the coefficients are not same. If they are same, fine. If they are multiples, fine. So I remove this, and to make 2x same as I want to get this. So 2x and divide by 2. Then add the 5 and subtract the 5 so that the numerator and the denominator are like, except that number which is there. So what happens? This 3 by 2 integrate. Now I separate this with this, which becomes 1. Then I am left with minus 5 by 2x plus 5. Okay? And then plus 1 by 2x plus 5 dx. I am showing you, therefore it's taking time. So you got this, and then this you will do for quadratic also when you do special integral, same way. So here, now these two are like terms. Minus 5 by the denominator plus 1. So you don't have to do separately because this becomes minus 5 log of this, divide by 2, this becomes plus log of it. So both are like terms. So minus 5 by this and the 3 by 2 here. 3 by 2 times this, that is 15 by 2. Minus 15 by 2 plus 1 is minus 13 by 2. Isn't it? Minus 15. So this is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 dx 1. Okay. Then this is integration of minus 15 by 2, 2x plus 5. Minus 15 by 2 and plus 1 by 2x plus 5 dx. Okay. So this is not minus. Minus is here dx. So minus 15 by 2 plus 1 is minus 13 by 2. So ultimately you get 3 by 2 integration minus 13 by 2 constant 1 by 2x plus 5 dx. So answer is complete. This is 3 by 2 dx, 3 by 2x, and this is minus 13 by 2 ln of 2x plus 5, the whole thing divided by 2, the differentiation of 2x plus 5 is 2. So minus 13 by 4 plus c. That's one method. Your choice. Okay. Or just take the denominator as t. I think that would be the little shorter. Take the denominator as t. So 2x plus 5 equals t. So 2 dx is equal to dt, or dt by dx is 2. Why I am differentiating? Because this will change to function of t, so this has to be dt. So therefore I write here t, and dx is dt by 2. I substitute for this. I substituted for this. I have to change the x to t again. So what is my x here? From here I get x is t minus 5 by 2. X is t minus 5 by 2. So 3 times t minus 5 by 2. And the plus 1. So I repeat again. So here the whole thing becomes like this. 3x is t minus 5 by 2 plus the 1, the numerator. Denominator is t. Dx is dt by 2. That completes. Now don't write 2 2's are 4 here, because there is one more 2 1's are 2 here. So till you change a single fraction, don't bring the 4 out. Don't be in a hurry, please. And that's a very common mistake. Okay. So here it is 3t minus 15 plus 2, the whole thing by 2t, and this dt by 2. Now you bring the 4 out. So now when I bring the 4 out, it will become, see here, it will become 3t minus 13 by t, and 1 by 4 out, and dt. 3t minus 13 by 2t, 2 2 are 4, I brought that constant out. Now you divide. Single term, you do short division, right? So that's 1/4. I am left with 3 here and with 13 by t. So because t to the power of 1 hai, so this is logs. Am I right? So here so 1/4. Now integration. Now don't put the same sign, right? You know what this sign means? Sum of. S of the sum of small parts to bring the whole, right? Something which has been destroyed is being constructed. So differentiation is destruction and integration is construction. So here it is 3t minus 13 ln t plus c. Do not forget to substitute your t. Your t was 2x, what was it? 2x plus 1, whatever. So substitute back the value of t, right? T minus 2, t minus 5. So 2t plus 5. So your t was 2x plus 5, I think. So put 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5. Okay.